All right. Hello, friends. We're going to do 15.1 vocabulary. Now, if you want to understand why the stems in this form, first aorist active, it says and middle indicative, but really these are all first aorist, not middle. If you want to understand why the stems change the way they do, go back and listen to 14.1 or watch 14.1. It is long, but it explains all the changes, and these same changes and types of changes are being seen here. The big difference in 15.1 with the aorist is that we're going to have what's called an augmentation of the vowel at the beginning of the word. So if you had a word before that began in other tenses, other verb tenses began with a consonant, it's going to get a vowel in front of it. If you had a word that already began with a vowel, that vowel at the beginning is probably going to change in augmentation. Sorry, really loud truck. And if you have a word that begins with a preposition, the augmentation of the vowel may happen in a different place than the first letter. It might happen in that first syllable, but at the end of the preposition, not at the beginning of the preposition, you know. So like if it begins with a pa or para or ek or en, ace or eo, en and pros, all those things, just understand that it might change. Actually, I guess this really only applies to the prepositions that begin with vowels. Anyway, let's roll. Okay. Akuo. We had that before, right? I hear. Well, we've got the stem change of it'd be a kuso, but if it was just a kuso, it would be something different. It would be that future tense we just learned. Now we're going to, with the augment for the past tense. Ekusa. See how the sigma's in there, the stem change is there, but now we've got this augmented vowel at the beginning. Sorry. Ekusa. 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 Now you. Akuo. I hear. Ekusa. I heard. Okay. Apostello. Okay, we already had that. I send out, like with a message. We've known this for a while, since chapter 7, apparently. If you look at my little indicators here. And we just encountered it last. Anyway, but in chapter 15, we're looking at how we say it in the past. Like a simple version of the past, not a continuing version in the past. So here, remember we have like an apa, it acts like a preposition. I told you that the augment wouldn't necessarily happen on the first vowel, right? So it's not happening on the alpha, the augment's happening on the omicron. Instead of an omicron, it's becoming an eta, an epsilon. Apestela, 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 apestela. Oh, too many. Your turn. Sorry, getting late in the day. Okay, so apostello, I send out. I send out. Apestela, I sent out. Okay. Archomai. Archomai is a deponent verb, right? I begin. Archomai. Now, remember the stem changes, and go back to 14.1 to find out why, but that is going to change. And then there's a little bit of changing in the ending here. So, and it's got the augment. But don't worry, it is still a related verb. So, examen is what it becomes. Archomai, examen. Archomai, so get the sigma, right? We got a letter for that. Examen. Examen. Okay, good. So, archomai, I begin. Examen, I began. I began. Baptizo. Baptizo. All right. Baptizo, I baptize. It's got that zeta. It's going to get a sigma after it. That's too hard to do. Z, so it becomes a s. Okay, and then we've got our augment. We get a vowel on the beginning, augment. Ebaptisa. Ebaptisa. Remember, our zeta turned into a s because of the throwing that in there. Ebaptisa. 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 Your turn. Ebaptisa. I baptized. Baptizo. I baptize. Ebaptisa. I baptized. In the past. Blepo. I see. Well, we already know from chapter 14 this is going to come blepso, right? But with the augment on the front, it becomes eblepsa. Eblepsa. Eblipsa. Your turn. Or kind of more like an more than an a. Eblipsa. Your turn. Okay, good. All right. Lepo, I see. Eblipsa, I saw. Okay. Grafo, I write. We've had that a long time, since chapter 3. Grafo. Well, that is going to get a sigma next to it in the stem change. Okay, so it's going to become, instead of being a simple it's going to become more like a puss. Anyway, and it's going to become egrapsa. 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 Yeah, now the good news here is that we don't have to write this. We don't have to produce things with this. We just have to be able to recognize it. So just kind of recognizing that stem and knowing and understanding that when that sigma gets in there, some things shift. And then we've got that landmark there of the augment on the beginning, the egrapsas. Egrapsa. Okay, we had dechomai, deponent verb, dechomai, I receive. And it gets an augment, it's going to go to x, because it's going to get a sigma next to it, x, right? And it's going to become the examen. Now the vowels change. We've already talked about elision. It examen. It examen. It examen. Your turn. There we go. Yeah, it examen. I received. Dechomai. No, I'm sorry. I received, like now, like in the present tense. Dechomai. And then in the past. Edexamen. Wait, edexamen. Edexamen. I received. It already happened. Okay. Didasco. I teach. All right. Well, is already almost there, but you add another sigma in there. We're going to get all the way to x. All right, and you're going to put the augmented vowel on the beginning. Ready? And one of the other vowels is going to elide. It's going to change. Edidaxa. 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 Your turn. There you go. All right, so didasco, I teach. Edidaxa, I taught. I taught. Okay. Θέλω, I wish, or I will it to happen. You know, like I really want it to happen. I wish or will. Θέλω. Sorry, my cards were out of order. Okay. It gets an augment on the beginning. It gets a sigma in there, and so it has to move some vowels around a little bit. Ethélesa. 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 Your turn. All right, so I wished. I willed. Θέλω. I wish I will. Ethélesa. I wished. I willed. It already happened. Okay. I've got, I think I missed a word in there. It did. I don't have, okay, I'll come back to it at the end. I don't have docs, one of mine in this form. This is the tricky thing about going between all of these forms. I glorify, didasco, thela. That's what I'm missing. All right. You know what? I'm just going to tell you the form of when you changed. So we had without the thing. So I don't have doxazo. Doxazo, I glorify, like the doxology, right? Doxazo. Remember the doxazo ended with it had a zeta before the omega. And when you try to stick a zeta and then stick a sigma right next to it, it's too hard. And so it just simplifies into a simple sigma. And so you get your vowel augment onto the beginning. Edoxasa. 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 Your turn. Yeah, sorry. Thanks for rolling with me there. When you get to 9 minutes, you really don't want to start all over again. All right, especially because my family's waiting for me to make dinner. Okay, here we go. Oh, we have a new word. It's actually, no, it's not a new word. We had it in chapter 12. Never mind. Terapeo, right? I heal. Terapeo. Okay, this is going to get, it starts with a consonant, so it's going to get the vowel augment on the beginning of it. And Etherapeosa. 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 I'm going to say it one more time because that's what I was saying. Etherapeosa. Your turn. Yeah, use that accent to help you pull through a word with a whole lot of syllables, right? You've got your e, therapeosa. And the diphthong. It's a busy word, isn't it? I healed. E therapeosa. I healed. Okay. Keruso. Keruso. I preach, right? Or I proclaim, right? We had that one already. Keruso. Now we're going to stick an augment on it. Now it's already, wait, what are we going to do with that? We already got 2 sigmas. How are we going to stick a 3rd sigma on there? Well, it's just going to change to a x sound, just to make it more intense, because otherwise I guess we'd really be hanging out there in parcel tongue category, right? Wouldn't we? Keruso, right? No, it doesn't do that. Okay. Ekeruksa. Okay, we got our x. Right there. Ekeruksa. 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 Your turn? Yeah, there we go. So I proclaimed, I preached. Ekeruksa. Whereas keruso is just present tense. I proclaimed. Okay. This is a word from chapter 14. And now we're encountering it again. So patho. Patho. So I persuade, right? Pathos or pathos, we say in English, but pathos. Okay. And that's got to get a sigma in there, and it's got to get an augment vowel on the beginning because it begins with a consonant. So epesa. 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 Your turn? Yeah. Patho, I persuade. Epesa. I persuaded. It already happened, right? Okay. Pimpo. I send, right? I send a letter to my pen pal. That's how I remember it. Pimpo. All right. Now we're getting our sigma in there. Ps, right? So we have a Greek letter for ps, right? And then we're gonna get our vowel augment on the front. Epimpsa. Here's our ps, right? We got that letter. Epimpsa. 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 Your turn. Yeah. Pimpo, I send. And epimpsa, I sent. Okay. Pisteo. Pisteo. I believe, right? I have faith in. This has been hanging around for a while. We've had this for a while. Actually, it gets easier to say in the past tense. Episteosa. You don't have to do the triphthong that you have here. Eo. Now you get some consonants in there. So we got the vowel augment. Episteosa. 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 Your turn? Yeah. Keep that, keep that, that accent to help you keep track of things. You gotta think about also epi is one of the, I wanted to say parabola. No, those things that tell you where things are, above, under, on top, preposition. So it changes a little bit different. But anyway, episteosa. Episteosa. I mean, it's not being used as a preposition here, but it has the form of episteosa. So anyway, this started with a consonant to begin with, so we stuck a vowel onto it, so it doesn't have to big changes. Anyway, sorry for going off on that train. Sozo. Almost done. Sozo. Right? I save sozo or sozo. So when we get those zetas near the end, we get a sigma next to it, and then it's going to change to a soft s or sigma, soft sigma, and we're going to get our augment on the beginning. Esosa. 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 Your turn. Sozo, I save. Esosa, I saved. It already happened. All right. Okay, fero. I bring, I bear. I cannot explain why this changes so much. There's a little information in chapter, actually I think it's in 15 about why, but I I would just memorize this one because it's so different. We don't necessarily have to memorize all these forms. We need to be able to recognize the characteristics of them so that we can identify them when we're translating. And I'm glad we don't have to really memorize them and be able to produce them. But this one is just so different. And it becomes enigka. I bore or brought. Enigka. Yours? Okay, so fero, I bear or I bring. Enigka, I bore or brought. So, all right, we made it through 15. Win! Did it! All right, keep practicing.